Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna to show how to set up environment for development of ESP-IDF applications on WSL2. For those who don't know what is actually Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL lets developers run a Linux environment directly on the Windows without overhead of a traditional virtual machine or dual boot setup. So without any more delay, let's get started. WSL does not come enabled by default, but instead we need to enable it manually. To do so, let's open a Run window. Type Optional Features and press Enter. Scroll down and check Windows Subsystem for Linux option. That's all what is needed to enable for WSL1, but because we will use WSL2, option Virtual Machine Platform needs to be checked as well. Click OK. After a couple of seconds, we are informed that Windows needs to reboot. Click Restart Now. Okay, we are back. For easier work with WSL, I suggest to have installed Windows Terminal. Go to Microsoft Store and search for it. As we can see, it's free, so just click on Install. After installation, we can click on Launch here, or we can go to Start menu and search for it. For easier access in the future, I will stick my terminal to the taskbar. Okay, now we need to update our WSL to WSL2. To do that, we need to go to the official Microsoft documentation site. I will leave this link in the description down below. Search for section where it says Download the Linux kernel update package and click on this link. Once when the download is complete, click on the installation file. Installation is done in couple of seconds. Click Finish. In order to make WSL2 as a default WSL, we need to execute this command in PowerShell. Go to MS Store again and search for Ubuntu. Choose Ubuntu 20.04 and click on Install. Ubuntu can be started by launching it from here, or we can go to Start menu and search for it. Click on Ubuntu and installation will start. After some time, we can type our desired username for Ubuntu. I will go with my name and password. Now we have Ubuntu up and running inside of Windows. We can continue to work here in this window, but I prefer to work with Windows Terminal. To add Ubuntu to Terminal, go to Settings, scroll down to Profiles list and create new profile for Ubuntu. GUID and name can be whatever we like. Save settings, close Terminal and open it again. Now we should see Ubuntu in the Profiles list. Click on Ubuntu and we are there. To prove that we are on Linux, we can execute lsb_release command, and as we can see, Ubuntu 20.04 is in the background. Awesome, we can now start with ESP-IDF installation. For the purpose of easier ESP-IDF installation, I have prepared this GitHub gist, so we can go and copy and paste all of these commands. Link for this gist is in the description down below, and I will just fast forward this part. When you come to this command, maybe you will ask yourself, what is this IDFX? Well, that is a small shell script written by me, which will give you ability to flash and monitor ESP-IDF applications over the serial port, because WSL2 currently does not support USB devices. More about this script you can find by clicking on this question mark here. As a prerequisite for using this script, Python needs to be installed on the Windows. As we can see, I have installed Python 3 on the Windows. And once when we have our ESP-IDF project, with cd go inside of project folder. By using idf.py, set target, configure, and build the project. At this moment, ESP-IDF advises us to use idf.py for flashing, but unfortunately we can't use this command because, as we already see, WSL2 does not support USB devices yet. Instead, we are gonna to use IDFX, but before that we need to find out our port name. Open Device Manager on Windows. Under ports you should see this CP21OX bridge. If you see something else here instead of this, that is because you probably don't have installed driver. In that case, go to Google and search for CP21OX and install it from the official Silicon Labs website. Okay, now when we know that our port is COM3, we can go and execute idfx flash COM3. If we becomes prompt to install ESP tool, just type Y and click enter. This will be done just once. Flashing is done, and now we can monitor our app by executing idfx monitor command. Cool. How we can modify our app on WSL2? Well, of course, one of the way is to go inside of source folder and modify code by using Nano or some other editor on the Linux. But check this out. We can execute explorer.exe. Yes, you see well. We have the access to Ubuntu files from the Windows. That is one of the powers of the WSL. Windows and the Linux have shared file system, so we can access the files on the Linux from the Windows, and vice versa. Now we can use any editor on the Windows to modify our ESP-IDF application onto Ubuntu. Save file, go back to Ubuntu, build the project. Oops, I'm in the wrong directory. We need to be in the project root, of course. We can notice that for building the project, we need only a few seconds. Notice here that we can type monitor after the flashing command in order to flash and monitor with the single command. That's it for now. If you have found this video useful or at least interesting, you can leave me a like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching. Bye.